Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this drawing and they want to make a intake vent screen out of it, which would be pretty clever and pretty cool and pretty structural. I don't know really how this was made, but I looked at it. I'm gonna hit P, put that in the center of the page. Doesn't really matter what size you start out at. If you look at, looks like we've got one, it's really blurry, two, three rings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a duplicate of that, Control D, and then bring this one in. I'm not going to try to copy that one perfectly. I'm going to select both of them, and the best way to get them even is go to the blend, and I'm going to blend them 4 times. That's going to give us 3 different rings. So I'm going to take the well, first of all, while we're still in the center of the page, I'm going to divide this in half, or maybe even in quarters. I'm just drawing 2 perpendicular lines. And then I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool. And what the Smart Fill tool is going to do is going to make us some objects. So I'm going to, let's pick a better color than that. Let's go with a blue so you can see it. I don't know how that happens sometimes, but here we go. And then I'm going to fill that in, fill that in, and fill that in. I'm going to go ahead and fill in at least 3 of them. Now I'm going to take away the lines. And if you take your Alt key when you're selecting this with the pick tool, it'll select it all and we'll get rid of it. Now I'm going to left click, no fill, right click outline. And I'll have to look at this pattern. It's really confusing. So we're going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to take this one. So I need to group these together, Control G, and then I'm going to mirror them and then put this one here. And then I'm going to Control D that one and mirror it back and put it here. That's going to give us these outside edges, I think. I'm going to go ahead and weld this and it'll get rid of those lines. And it also kind of put it together. I am going to make this with the ratio lock. I'm going to go ahead and make it 12 inches right now. And then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate and I'm going to mirror it like that. That in itself would be a pretty cool screen, but that's, every other one is different. So what I'm going to do is take one of them and bring it up to there we go. Well, I guess I'm going to leave it like it was. Let's try welding this and see what happens. Yep, there's that pattern. So now what we can do, let's make this thing, it's 12 inches long. We don't really have to be, because that's really perfect. With a ratio lock, let's just make it 2 inches. And then I'm going to set my nudge factor on 2 inches. Nudge distance, I call it factor. And look at that. Every other one. Now, I'm going to try to group this together, Control G, Control D to duplicate it. And I'm going to just mirror it down. And they also, whoever sent this to me said it doesn't have to be exact, but we're going to throw a little twist in it here and bring this up 1 inch. Let's change our nudge factor to 1. Nope, too much. We just need it up to about there. Let's zoom in and see what it looks like. Nope, not there. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is Control D, and I'm going to nudge it down. Whoa, look at that. That worked. Let's try this. Let's make it even though. We're pretty close. We're close enough. Now I'm going to try to weld this. Now, the good thing about when you're making something that has to be dimensional, and this might take a while for my old laptop to weld all everything. Let's see how close we are. We're a little different. I've got more little bitty holes and they have longer, but that'll be still be, they did say it didn't have to be the same. And because we welded it, it's all in one piece. So let's hit P and put it in the center of the page. And then let's take a rectangle and make it 12 by 12 and put it in the center of the page. So we're really not quite big enough. Tell you what, let's make this 12 inches. It's going to stretch it out a little bit. And then grab the intersect tool and you have that. Now the only difference than his and mine, and I did make that clip art 12 inches. Well, the clip art's 12 inches, is he's got more loose ends that'll be hidden by a frame board around the vent. Yeah, my pattern's a little bit different. Maybe I should have paid a little bit more attention, but they were just trying to look for something like this. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.